Welcome back to JavaEssential.com. This is new video series on Python, and this course is basically meant for the beginners, those who wants to learn Python from the basic. I have divided the course content into 10 chapters. Each and every chapter will be discussed in detail. So let's quickly start with the chapter number 1. In chapter number 1, these are the course content that we are going to discuss here. So introduction. So firstly, we have to understand why do we need a programming language. If you want to give some instruction to the computer, you should have some language which computer can understand. Okay, so there are many different programming languages out there, just like Basic, Pascal, C, C++, Java, JavaScript, PHP. Many other programming languages are there by using which you can give instruction to the computer. Okay, then about the Python, the Cudomer Rossum developed the Python in Netherlands in 1989. This was the successor of ABC programming language. When you heard about this name Python, from where the name has been taken, this is a comedy series named with Monty's Python Flying Circus. From there, the name Python has taken. Okay, when you heard about this name Python, quickly in your mind, this image will be there. And the logo of Python is somewhere similar to that only. Right now, Python is one of the most famous programming language and one of the most widely used programming language, we should say. Now, if we talk about the feature that Python provides and how this feature get into Python, it is a dynamically typed programming language in the garbage collected. We will see this in the very next video, so I'm not discussing it right now. Actually, what happens is when they're working with the ABC language, they are developing the OS utility, operating system utility software, and they found that there are many other possibilities, there are many other ways by which they can develop the operating system utility software efficiently. So they are implementing all those new changes, and they are implementing this in the Python. Okay, and at the same time they found that there are many other programming languages out there which are providing some good features. So what they did is, it is a functional programming language. Okay, and they get it from the C language. It is an object-oriented programming language, and they have taken the object-oriented feature from C++. Scripting feature they have taken from Perl and Shell script. Modular feature, it is a component-based, modular-based programming language, and they take it from the Modula 3. And most of the syntax-related feature they have taken from where? C and ABC programming language. Okay, so all this feature had came from the existing programming language which is already there. Some people will talk about the object-oriented programming language is taken from the Java, but it is not. Java was not even introduced at that time, so it is not. Okay, so adding new feature while utilizing the already existing feature give more strength to the Python. It is a general purpose programming language which can be used for both scientific as well as non-scientific program. It is a platform independent where you write your code at one place and you can run your program in any other operating system also. You can run in the Windows, you can run in the Linux. So it is a platform independent programming language. It is very simple and high level language with the lots of modules, with lots of add-on modules are there. By using those, you can do your work very quickly and easily. Easy to readable and understandable, easy to learn and used. If you want to learn any of the programming language, like if you want to learn Java, then you have to learn about C or C++. But this is not the case with Python. If you are very new in programming language, if you don't know any of the programming language also, then also you can quickly start with the Python. That is the beauty of this language. See here, if you want to print just hello world in Java, you have to write this public, then class, then name of the class, then public static void main, all those things you have to write, then only you can print this one. If you want to do the same with C, these are the header file you have to include, then you have to write the hello world. So this is the basic code to print hello world in C. But in Python, see here, just one line. That's it. If it is so easy, then can it perform the bulky task? And which companies are using Python right now? So I would say the operation of the Google search engine, they are using Python. In YouTube, they are using Python. For the peer-to-peer file sharing, they're using Python, BitTorrent, Intel, Cisco, HP, IBM. Many of them are using Python for the hardware testing. Even the research organization NASA, they are using for the scientific programming task, they're using Python. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, image processing, web designing, game development, all the things you can do with Python. So here it is a very easy programming language, and the other side, many libraries are there for your help in Python. If you want to work with Python, you have to install the Python in your system. For that, simply go into Google and type Python, download it. The very first link you'll got from the python.org. This link you'll get. Here is the link I have already put it here. In the description also, I'll give the same link. You can download it from there. This is from the python.org itself. Okay. Based on your system, which system you're using, whether you're using Windows or Linux, based on that you can download the Python. Once you complete with the download, this is a very simple installation process, just like a normal software. You don't have to do anything else. Simply download it and install it. Once you're done with the installation, you'll have a IDLE. You can check whether the installation is complete or not. Just go into the Windows and type Python. This will be there with you. Click it, and here it is. The version, which version you have installed, it will be written here. Just now what we saw. This is a Python IDLE, integrated development environment for the Python. If you want to run your code, if you want to debug it, from here you can do it. You can write your Python code in the normal text editor also. But if you use this IDLE, you will have some feature. Apart from this also, we are having many other third-party softwares. We will discuss about it later, but right now we are going to use this IDLE. Okay. We are going to use Python 3.6 in this series. This I already explained you. Now, there are two modes is there. If you want to work with the Python, two mode is there. Instead of giving the theory, I will explain in the practical way. Interactive mode, script mode. Okay, what these are. The window right now you are seeing, it is the interactive mode. Here, whatever you want to perform, just write the code and press enter. Output will be with you instantly. If you want to print something, then you have to use the print method with the double quotation. Whatever you want to print, right in between the double quotation or single quotation. Press enter. The output is with you instantly. The other mode is script mode. Go into file, click on the new file, and here it is. The file, you are having a file now. Okay, just write whatever the code you want. Just like print, suppose you want to print the same line, write it here. Now, to run this file, you have to save the file first. Save it with whatever the name you want. The extension will be by default .py, which is the extension for the Python program .py. Save it. Now you can run by using go to the run and click on the run module. The output is there. Okay, this is the location of the file where our file is saved, and this is the output. So why there is two mode? If you want to test some line, if you want to test what is the output of that line, then you can use the interactive mode. It is good for the beginner to just test few lines or to run few codes. But if you are having the lots of code or a script, a complete script, then it is good to write in a script mode, where you have to write where you have to go into the file and click on the new file and write whatever the script you want. Multiple line you can execute here. Print 8 plus 8 like this. Save the file, going to run module. Hello, and the output of the 8 plus 8. Okay. So both are having the different purpose. If you want to test few lines, then use that interactive mode where you don't have to save the file. Just write it, press enter and run it. If you are having a script, then use script mode where you will write your code in a file and it will be executed at once. We can also create file using the Notepad or any other text editor. Let me show you it. Now suppose I want to create a new Python program by using the text, then what we have to do, I'll open a Notepad, let it be, and I'll write whatever the code I want to write. I'll write here. Suppose I want to use the print is the Notepad program, and whatever you want to perform. Suppose I'm taking variable a is equal to 10, b equals to 20, and c will contain a plus b, and I want to print c, the value of c. Then it would be like that. Now I'll save the file. The extension should be .py. So I have to rename the file, go into this one, save the type as all files, write the name of the program, add my number, .py. You have to manually give that extension, because now you are using the Notepad. It won't understand that which file you are writing. In editor, when you're using the editor, ideally it always understands that whatever the code you're writing a Python code. So by default it will put that py extension for you. But now you are using the Notepad, so you have to give manually that py extension. Save the file. Now the file is here with me, and we can also run the file by using that ideally, edit with ideally. You can go here and run the file, or you can also run the file by using the command prompt also. Okay, from CMD, that CMD stands for the command prompt. We can run the file from there also. Let me open CMD here. For this, I have to move on this directory. Right now I'm in C directory, so I have to move to the F directory. CD uses for the change directory. CD space teaching data. Again CD, I have to move into the folder my. C. You have to move to this directory. So I have changed the directory. Now we are in this directory. To run this file, I have to write Python, Python, Python space name of the file, add my no.py. That's it. This is Notepad program, and the output is 30. So by this way also you can run. If you don't want to do this move to the F directory, then CD, then again CD. Instead of this, you can do one more thing. Close it, press the shift key and right key from the mouse. This option will be with you. Open command window here. If you simply do the right click, it won't be there with you. You have to press the shift key, then right key. This is the open command window here. See now. By default, this command prompt open on the same directory. Now you can write Python because you want to use the Python, because you want to run the Python code, space name of the file, add my no.py along with the extension. That's it. Run the file. Here is the output. Right now I have written this code. Let me open the same code with the ideally. Right click, ideally, edit with ideally. See here. The difference between them is here all the keyword is highlighted with the different color. Here, if you are using the Notepad, it won't understand. It will treat each and every character, every word as the same. But here in the Python, ideally, they understand that these are the method, these are the some predefined function or predefined values are there. So they'll highlight it. In the next class, what we will do, here I am taking A, B and C three variable. So what is variable, how we can use the variable, how we can print the value of the variable, how I can print the name of the variable, all those things we will see in the next class. So that's it guys for the first video. If you are having any doubt, put it into the comment section. Install Python in your own system and start working with it. And if you want that presentation, put your email ID into the comment section and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you guys. See you in next video.